So PlayStation is one of those companies where if you give them a step or an inch, they'll take a mile and they'll walk all over your head while trying to get to that mile. This company just announced that you can pay $9.99 for basically what I call a shader pack, for their Horizon game and features that they probably could have just put to the game for free. Because if you think about it and check the industry standards, a lot of other developers are already doing this stuff for free. Hence, they've set a standard, and if you charge for something that is usually free, there's no way you're not going to look like you're greedy. And PlayStation does have this particular aura of greed that always, enshrouds them in my eyes. They doubled the price of Horizon Zero Dawn after the remaster announcement. Insider Gaming basically announced it. Now, yeah, some people might say, well, it's already an old game. You don't have to pay the full price, or you can buy the remaster. But this is designed for people who may not necessarily be in the know to go ahead and look and say, okay, this is the old one. Why can't I just buy the remaster for the price that they're asking? Also, if you look at the price change charts from, when the game, around the time the game, December 2017, I think, is when this chart comes from, you'll notice that the price increase is basically put in a way that's just going to fully benefit PlayStation. It says this: with the price increase, that will put the cost of getting the remastered version, game at about $49.99 or £45 instead of $29.99 if you were to buy new from the PlayStation Store. The price increase seems to just be at the PlayStation Store, as you can still get the physical version of the game from stores like GameStop for $20 as of writing. You can also find it on the secondhand market even cheaper if it's something you want to look for. Now, on the good side of this whole conversation, and that's not a plus for PlayStation, if you play on PC and maybe you wanted to experiment around with the remaster, like one of my audience members said, I got to find something to use my 4090 to to play, and I was laughing. You can get it on CD Keys for $10.39. I have the Good Old Games version, but by golly, I'm not gonna buy this game again. I already, I'm not even gonna play the game. It's not my cup of tea. But this is one option that you can explore if you're coming from that perspective, and you want to maybe, leverage, say, something shiny in your own case. But PlayStation, man, I don't know what this company is all about. And you know what's crazy, guys, is the more they continue to do these things, the more people continue to support them under this whole guise of, the goodwill that PlayStation has gathered. My dude, this company didn't gather any goodwill. This company literally fleeced you for all these years because, they made you perceive that, well, Xbox is this terrible company and all of that stuff. And they just are taking you to the cleaners because of your nostalgia. I made a video today. This video was pointing out the content coming from Xbox in terms of PlayStation not being able to keep up from the first party perspective. Dude, you should have seen some of the comments. I saw some of the wildest comments today. When we have these games, we have their release dates, and some of them were shifting goalposts in real time, saying, well, we're not talking about Age of Empires. We're talking about this game and not this game because you can't do this. And I was thinking to myself, what in the world is this about this company that makes people not be able to think objectively anymore? It's just so weird and just so wild that this company will be over here taking on the most anti-consumer approach on things, and people still feel the need to protect them. But I'm not necessarily worried. I think I've already kind of seen exactly what the play is here. This is not a company that is, in a sense, concerned about you, the customer, until they're in dire straits. And, my determination is that I'll continue to point out where the deficiencies are, because it's just quite weird. I think the extreme fanboyism has allowed for this company to just run wild. And for me, I've lost a lot of respect for a lot of the folk who actually try to engage in this conversation, because I thought there was, a way to actually engage in reasonable dialogue or in reasonable idea sharing. Rather, what I'm seeing is it's just a lot of blind, followership for the most part. Maybe some people don't really know that they're getting fleeced as consumers in this regard. Something that even gives me the extra, I don't know what it is, goosebumps, is the fact that some folk are buying the special edition version of this PlayStation console for $999. This thing has already been sold out. And somewhere, somehow, some of these same folk have said that, man, in order for you to get a PC that can play like a PlayStation or yada, 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 you have to spend $2,000, blah, 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 basically citing enthusiast level budgets for PCs, when a PC that can beat the PlayStation 5 Pro is not going to cost you more than $650. As objectively as I can possibly put it, $650, you being savvy, you will build something that will beat this particular machine. Yet these folk are over here saying, well, it's a special edition. Really? A special edition of what? Is this hardware not supposed to serve you in the sense of giving you, better performance or whatnot? So for the cosmetic value, we're going to pretty much say, sure, let's throw another $300 on top of this thing. Wow. This is some real serious hypnosis going on. And boy, I'll tell you what, PlayStation has you guys in the bag. You guys are wrapped around their finger. They can do no wrong. And I'm just here watching it because it's very interesting. Because Xbox gives what I think is a more customer-centric value proposition. Steam gives what I think is a better customer-centric value proposition. And yet, somehow, PlayStation is put on a pedestal. As someone who's a PlayStation fan who plays on PlayStation, I'm going to call this stuff out. I mean, I just look at the comments that I was getting today, and I go back and I'm like, which one should I pick to make a video on? Some people basically saying things like, you're an Xbot, blah, blah, blah. And I'm looking at them going, really? This is all you have in today's, market where you're seeing your pocket get lit on fire by this company. You're over here saying, oh, this is what they're saying? It's insane. It's insane at the end of the day. There's no way anybody can seriously think that this is a healthy market practice at the end of the day. But I digress. If you want to pay this company more money, and if you want them to basically take you to the cleaners and stuff, that is your prerogative. However, I just want to ensure that we're not hearing anybody concluding that this is a superior, entertainment provider when there is it's just bereft of value proposition. They're taking advantage of a lot of people and the nostalgia that they've had from PlayStation for the longest time. Very interesting stuff. Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks so much for watching the video. Appreciate you guys' time and audience. And hopefully, PlayStation gets ready to do business soon. If not, they will be pushed out of the market. Y'all think they're too big to fail. You think 60 million consoles actually means anything? You have not seen the gaming market that we're looking at today, where Ubisoft is literally begging everybody and running to Steam, and like PlayStation 2 running to Steam and everybody. It's a changing market. I just see it as one where any company that comes in here with the hubris thinking that they're set, they're about to receive a really rude awakening. Thanks for watching. Peace out.